Okay, here we go. We are live on Sports Potatoes, and we know it's been 2 months now since we have featured in front of you. Last,
Yep.
I guess, we featured when the Cricket World Cup was going on, and now we are back with a big news that we have decided to collaborate with Sports Potatoes and JPL, Jersey Premier League. So welcome Yash Bhai,
Yeah.
and thanks for
Okay.
giving us this opportunity. This is a big one, and let's hope to create some good content over the season.
Yep.
And okay, I'll just introduce quickly to our guest that we have Delwyn, who is a United fan and a very knowledgeable United fan. Give him a shout out on his Instagram channel. I will put a link in the comment section. And we all know Yash Bhai from JPL. I guess he doesn't need any introduction. So I will also give
Nothing
you
like
the
that.
link of the pages of Jersey Premier League, whether it's on Instagram or on Twitter. So welcome both of you, and I guess we can directly start with our today's session, which is a J Premier League season preview. And we will go through a couple of questions. We'll take some answers from our guests today, and let's see how it goes. So here we go. The very first and very big question: who, according to you, will be the first team to get relegated out of the 20 Premier League teams? And give me three names. So I will start first with Delvin.
Okay, so very interesting. So I think I'll go with Southampton first. I don't see them having enough firepower to go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
provide a decent competition. In I think it will be a step too much for them. The second team, which I believe is, I think it's going to be Leicester. They were expected to come into the Premier League with Maresca as their manager, but that has not happened. They've gone to Chelsea. Steve Cooper is a good manager, but I'm not sure with
Mm-hmm.
the players that Leicester have. Are they going to be Premier League quality? Because they're coming back after a couple of seasons, so I'm not exactly sure. And the third
Correct.
one, I believe, is going to be Everton. I think, as you know, there is news of having another points deduction. So they'll
Mm-hmm.
start another season with a potential points deduction. Maybe this is like the Sunderland of old. They just run out of luck, and this season will finally see them get relegated. So it's Southampton, Leicester, and Everton in that order.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you are doubting Sean Dyche's caliber to keep them in the Premier League.
I don't doubt Sean Dyche's caliber, but I just am not confident in Everton as a footballing institution currently.
Okay.
They're not able to find a good buyer. They have a lot of issues in and around the
Mm,
workings
correct.
of that entire squad. So you cannot expect magic from a coach when the entire environment around him is so bad and so bleak. So that is the reason why I don't see Everton staying in the Premier League this season.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Thanks, Elvin. Yash bhai, what about you?
Pretty much agree to what Delvin said. Uh, Definitely, Southampton is one of the squads, although they have put in a few transfers here and there. But I believe they're lacking at number nine player because
Mm-hmm.
going up front, only Adam Armstrong is there, and I don't believe he has that much potential to carry the entire Southampton squad.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to Leicester, that is the second team I believe would be getting relegated. Reason being, as Delvin said, they do not have the firepower, and apart from that, one of the things that is looming over them is the profit and sustainability rules that are coming into picture.
Correct. Correct.
Before that, I mean, that is one of the major reasons because this is definitely going to happen. Points reduction is going to come on Leicester. Apart from
Mm-hmm.
that, I believe Jamie Vardy is one. He's like 37 years old now. So,
Yeah.
do you rely on a 37-year-old to, you know, take you home? I don't think so.
Correct.
Jamie Vardy has
Correct.
been he has been historical, and whatever he has given provided to Leicester throughout his career has been commendable. But then I believe
Yeah.
Leicester will go down, considering the potential other teams have the transfers they've done. The only team that I differ from Delwyn is Everton. So Everton, I believe, might do good under Sean Dyche. So the third team for me would be Nottingham Forest. Uh,
Nice.
Nuno Espirito Santo took the charges from Steve Cooper, but they were
Mm-hmm.
struggling. And they, as Delvin said, it is all about running of luck. Uh, the luck has favored Nottingham Forest in the past 2 seasons, but and they narrowly escaped the relegation with 32 points last time. So I believe like this could be the year where their luck potentially runs out. And if Everton comes in with another potential ban, then they are pretty much into the relegation battle with Nottingham Forest.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Um, I believe I would go with Delvin on this and take those same three names. Just
Okay.
because I feel Everton would be badly done by the Premier League rules, and the environment is not good enough to keep them in the Premier League for another season, and we might see some more point deductions or literally bans for some months, or they can go they were having a shout for selling the club kind of thing, right? They needed some budget or some finances to
Yes.
gain some or the other amount of money to sustain. That is there, and Leicester again. It's not an old Leicester, but having old Jamie Vardy. I don't know
Right.
how old we are now to keep them seeing in the Premier League, and then again we forgot how they were there in the Premier League in the first place. And yeah, pretty much the third team would be not Nottingham, because I feel Nottingham Forest will survive. So they have got so many players last season. If they were going to get relegate, that was the season for them, but they somehow escaped. This season, because they are working together, and in preseason also they are scoring goals like here and there. Everybody is performing for them, especially Chris Wood, who is leading the attack. And yeah, I mean they have good squad, so they will be there. That is it for teams to get relegated. And we'll go again with a new question. So, do you think any surprise element from a surprise team, whoever is playing here? Like last year, we got surprises from Aston Villa. I did not think about them qualifying for a European slot, right? So, do you think any other team, in your opinion, who will be going to surprise you this year? And not about European qualification, but of course in top 10, whether they are not good enough or they are good enough. But do you think any team which will be surprising you in top 6 or top 10? Anything, any team? Yash bhai?
Uh, I believe it could turn out. See, there are like top tier teams, there are like relegation battling teams. One of the teams that I'm looking forward to seeing is Crystal Palace this year. So they could be a surprise element.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
why I'm saying surprise element? So a finish in top 10 would be a big thing at Sellers Park. When
Correct.
Oliver Glasner came in last year, the Austrian
Hmm.
went on to perform really well.
Yeah,
He took their charge somewhere around like mid Feb or probably Feb, and post that there was a good sense of atmosphere over there. They started attacking a lot. You saw the likes of Eze, Olis, and they were like scoring goals. It was a
correct,
free
correct.
flowing gameplay from them. So
Hmm.
what I believe is, apart from these players, if they retain Eze, so it would be a very good
Hmm.
thing. And the addition of Daichi Kamada could turn out to be a potential boost for them as well.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
there is Adam Wharton as well, a player to look out for. So
yeah.
these are the players I believe like they can add very good mix up to the squad, and this will help Palace to finish in top 10. A top 10 finish definitely would is something that I'm looking for Palace, and that's the reason why they are one of the teams.
Fairs.
They could surprise us this particular season.
Correct. Fairs. Fairs. Delvin, what about you?
Two teams come to mind, but I'm going to take Ipswich's name just because I have a vested interest because Kieran McKenna is manager.
Uh-huh.
The other
Got it.
team that I had an honorable mention for was West Ham because they've had a brilliant transfer window.
I agree.
and with a new manager, you could see some good things there. But
Hmm.
I would want Ipswich to, because they played some really good football, back-to-back promotions,
Right.
and McKenna has got them playing in a way that has not been seen from somewhere like a team where you associate a team like Ipswich, and
Mhm.
they've come back to the Premier League after such a huge absence, close to 2 decades now.
Hmm.
So I
Correct.
think they will finish in the top 10 is what I believe as
Oh,
far as Ipswich is concerned. Yeah,
Nice.
and with Calvin Phillips recently joining them, you need something like that's a proper Premier League midfielder. So I'm really looking forward to this McKenna hype train. I hope I'm not disappointed because we did see what happened with Burnley last season. But I
Correct.
think McKenna is a better manager, and I hope that good things happen with Ipswich. So yeah, Ipswich is my pick for the surprise of this season.
Okay.
so that's a very big
Uh,
claim. I
Correct.
believe
Yes, right.
that what Delvin said, that Ipswich might finish in top 10. So it's going to be huge considering the way they've been promoted, and definitely the attacking gameplay is there. They are a team to look out for because we spoke about Southampton, we spoke about the promoted team Leicester, and there's the third team Ipswich. We did all three of us didn't take their name. So definitely
Correct.
there's a spice that McKenna is going to add in the Premier League. But finishing in top 10 would be crazy. It would be like a
Yeah,
success
Yeah.
story.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Definitely a story to look for, for futures. Uh,
Right.
okay. In my opinion, the one team which will keep me surprising, and I don't want to sound over the top when I say this, that everybody is counting Liverpool out due to new manager or whatever the issues are, like transfers and all. But I still feel they are very comfortably going to finish in top four. And I saw only a couple of videos what Slot has done in the preseason games. So they have played some good football, and it suits them. So I believe the hype train which was going away because Klopp went out is not going to stop. They will be unstoppable, and you all know, like Trent, Arnold, and Salah, when they both click, you don't need anyone else, right? I know there are some
Right.
issues in the midfield. They are not getting a midfielder in the rumors also now. Uh, but I still feel like everybody is counting them out. I feel the biggest surprise would be Liverpool retaining that top four position. And who knows, like if first 10 or 15 game weeks go in their favor, they have some good fixtures also. So if they get the momentum by December, they might challenge City, which I feel will not win the Premier League. But that is another topic which I'm going to raise in some time. But yeah, Liverpool, and the other team which I was going to name is Aston Villa. Everybody is hyping them like crazily, and yes, they have a good squad. They have a very good manager, but the hype train will go out because they have so many fixtures to look out, and I don't think they have got some new additions, right? Like two or three additions. Only one or two signings have been done, so I'm not sure if they will be able to cope up with so many fixtures. So they will be definitely going away from a European squad. They might finish seven or eight. You never know. They have peaked last year. So yeah, this was my bit. And moving on to the next, I guess it's a good discussion which we are having. So who do you think would finish as a top scorer in the Premier League, Delvin?
okay, this is a little difficult in a way. Like there are quite some good players. There's Haaland
Mhm.
obviously. Then there's Mo Salah. These are regular names,
Right.
and I won't be surprised if either of them eventually ends up being top scorer. But my name is going to be Alex Isak.
Uh-huh.
He's had a cup. I think last year he had a couple of seasons where been quite stop start because of injuries and because of
Correct.
his niggling injury issues. But I think this is the year where he's finally going to be first choice. Callum Wilson is now steadily taken that place of the backup striker, and
Mm-hmm.
Isak is going to give you apps. He's going to be fixture proof, minute proof, and unless and until Isak is injured, he's going to be a starting striker. And with the kind of formation and the dynamic attackers that Newcastle have at their disposal, I think this is, and with Isak having his own unique skill set that is very different from any striker in the Premier League, whether it is Haaland, whether it is Mo, or
Correct.
any other top Premier League striker in this season. And
Agree.
I'm saying top because United strikers not exactly up that level so far. I'm a United fan myself, but I think it is going to be Alex Isak for me, who's going to win the Premier League, Premier League Golden Boot. Yeah, that's Alex Isak for me.
Fairs, fairs. Yes, bhai. What do you think?
Uh, it has to be Haaland, man. I mean, there shouldn't be any questions on this because if you see 2022-23 season, he won the Golden Boot by 6 goals margin. Same was the case last year as well when Cole Palmer came in and he threatened a bit because his late surge was something to look out for. But then Haaland
Correct.
overpowered him and he again went on to win with a margin of 6 goals. If he stays fit, I believe like there's no one else apart from Erling Haaland who is going to win the Golden Boot for the third time this year. And there are a lot of people who are going to support him. If KDB stays in the Premier League, if he doesn't go to Saudi, then
Mm-hmm.
definitely it has to be Haaland. Otherwise, I concur with Delvin when it comes to the skill set of Alexander Isaac. It's really good. So, but for me, it is Haaland. Yeah. What about you, Aditya?
Um, I will go with Ireland also because this time they don't have Alvarez, so he is going to play like every game, and I believe they. I guess Pep would not be that. He would be mindful of not having any other player being in a false striker position or somewhere else. He would definitely go for Haaland in every game. Of course, here and there he will keep on taking him out for the bench role also. But majority of the time or majority of the game, Haaland will start. So they are definitely going to challenge. They are a champion team, and you know the creator, so he will get the goals in his plate just to score. So Haaland is my choice also.
Right.
And apart from Isaac, I believe second striker or second goal scorer, which I feel can do magic or can do wonders in the Premier League or can challenge Haaland is again Mohamed Salah, because you can never count this guy out. He single-handedly keeping Liverpool on the top in every department, goals or assists, and he's a fixtures proof player. He does not get injured often. He's the starter. He's the regular starter. He plays every match 90 minutes. Good physical conditions also there, and yeah, I mean he can threaten Haaland a bit, but Haaland will come out on top, I believe, eventually.
Wow,
So yeah,
no one investing in Ollie Watkins stocks this season, despite the season he had last year.
uh,
It's a
as I
surprise.
said, they have so many fixtures. As I said, Villa will not be able to replicate the form which they have shown last time. It's my opinion, of course. Yash bhai, what do you think? Ollie Watkins?
Ollie Watkins is someone to look out for. He had Euros as well. He hasn't trained much in pre-season. In fact, he hasn't played
Correct.
at all. We didn't see him performing that much. So for now, his quota of going with the top scorer thing is on the lower side. The one thing to add on is Aston Villa went on to lose Douglas Lewis in the summer.
Yeah,
He was a
correct.
creator, and that could
Mhm.
play a potential part. But then you cannot take away the poaching skills of Oli Watkins. But I
Correct.
believe it has to be Haaland. And coming to Mo Salah, so he has moved a bit wide. He is more of a creator now.
Yeah.
Apart from the penalties, he is more of a provider. So that
Mhm.
is the reason why I had to, keep as a Liverpool fan, as a like a Liverpool fanatic, I had to keep him out for a very genuine reason.
Cool, cool. Yeah, yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. And moving on to the next part of our video today. And the second last point, which we will discuss, is your top four teams who will qualify for Champions
And
League
this
directly.
this is going to be spicy.
do we
Yeah, I
do a
mean,
do we do a top five just in case we get that
No, no,
additional
no.
spot this time around?
no, no, no,
That
no. Top four only, and I will keep this video with me so that at the end of the season, I will just share this bit where we all predicted top four. Yash bhai, please go ahead.
so who's taking this?
You
You, Yash,
you put you in the
Okay.
start.
spot.
Yeah.
In no particular order, I would go with the City. Then there's Arsenal. There's
Mhm.
definitely Liverpool, and just to make you guys happy, it has to be United. No, no, nothing,
So
nothing
much
related
trust.
to make no, nothing to make you happy. The thing is, they've made some really good signings, and I
Correct,
believe
correct,
it is time when United come back in top four, and we want to see. I mean, as a rival, I want to see United fight. I want to see that Old Trafford buzzing again, because those were the nights when we as rivals also used to enjoy those type of moments.
correct.
And
Absolutely.
who knows better than a Liverpool fan? And see, there are people who would say that you like to see clubs falling down in pecking order. You see them,
Correct.
struggling, and you become sadist. I'm not that kind of a guy. I believe
Yeah.
in good rivalry. I believe in fierce rivalry, and that is the reason why I've enjoyed this City and Liverpool fight a lot, between Pep and Klopp. And I really want to see Eric Ten Hag with his tactics performing good, performing well for United, because he's a good manager. It's just like, I mean, the things haven't fallen in place for United over the years, but I believe
Mhm.
this is the summer where they've done some exciting signings, and that is the reason why I'm keeping United above Spurs in fifth place.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Fair
Nice.
enough.
Nice.
Delvin.
Yeah, I think my top four is similar. Only because of the fact I don't really trust Spurs, despite the fact that they have a good manager, they have a very decent, more than decent squad actually. But there's just something about Spurs that does not convince you. Like they can be the best team on the best of days, but when they're at their worst, like they can fall to lows that you cannot even imagine existed in the first place. Like that's
Exactly.
how
Correct, correct.
bad they fall. So it's going to be City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and like Adivai said, I've not exactly counted out Liverpool because I know the quality that they possess.
Correct,
I've
correct.
seen bits and pieces of preseason for Liverpool, and they look good. The Zubimendi hurdle aside, I think there's still a lot of quality there in that side, to offset. I think, and last year Liverpool have shown that there can be people who can come out from obscurity or from relative unknowns and doing a job where they can actually rescue and
Correct,
catapult that team to the next level, and that is something that you need that resilience in today's iteration of the
Correct.
Premier League. So Liverpool,
correct.
Arsenal, Man City, and United. I definitely see United improve not only in terms of performance but in terms of a tactical identity. And
Mhm.
you like you said, things have not exactly gone his way. I think this is
Yeah,
the this is
yeah.
the year where he's going to have a good season. So yeah, United, Arsenal, City, Liverpool is the top four for me.
Okay, okay. And okay, same for me. I don't have any other choices than these four teams, and just because Spurs, we all know that they cannot be trusted to give 6 game weeks in a row. They will be winning like a comfortable goal score line, right? So yeah, City, Arsenal, Liverpool again because like Yash bhai said, even though they are rivals, I think they are a good rivals. They are still in a great shape until unless anyone leaves any big name which is going to leave in the remaining days of the transfer window. They are comfortable with the top finish. They are going to be comfortable with the top finish. United, of course, now that Ten Hag is getting the signings done, I guess this did not happen in the previous seasons. In so many seasons, I have not seen this kind of transfer windows for United. I am not used to it. So yeah,
Hmm.
we used to drag everything till the last day. Now that we have
Right.
got four of our signings and fifth one is on the way, the midfielder. So I guess we are pretty stacked in our team, and we will. we should finish in top four. A surprise element would be I would have counted Chelsea here, but since they have got so many new signings and a new manager also, it will be unfair to think that they are claiming the top four spot. So yeah, I mean they might be the fifth or the 16th, but yeah, the top four would remain same for me as well, in no particular order.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean that is the top four thing settled. And the last and the biggest question: will City be able to win fifth in a row, or is there someone who can stop them doing that? Who will be the winner, guys? Who will be the winner?
Mm, I be-
I okay.
yeah, please go ahead.
All right. Yeah, City's not winning five in a row. I think there is enough uncertainty, and for all of Pep's talents, for all of Pep's charisma and innovation that he has, I think fifth
Hmm.
winning five is quite unprecedented. And given the fact that they have that perpetual cloud of the 115 charges, where we're hearing about
Hmm.
uh,
Correct.
we're hearing about a potential hearing that could potentially see them get relegated mid-season if found guilty. So if that happens, obviously they're not winning five. But even if they do stay throughout the course of the season, I think this is finally the year that Arsenal win it. I genuinely see them going over the hump this year. Last season they were perfect. It was not their fault. I would not exactly call last season a bottle. The first season that they were leading, yes, they did lose their way a bit, but last season they played like how a champion team should play. Like they did what they were supposed to. Whatever was in their
Yeah.
hands, they did it. It was just that City in the second half of the season always tend to find an extra win, and that is what exactly happened again. So, but this is the year where I do see that those 2 years will have, built a formidable sense of resilience, a formidable sense of hard-willed, hard-headed veterans. So I think this is finally. I think I see a 2 decade I see a 2 decade title drought finally get over for Arsenal, and this is the year. Yeah, Arsenal win the Premier League this season.
Arsenal fans would be happy hearing
Big
this.
claim. Big claim. Yes, bhai. What about you?
Five in a row is coming definitely. Uh, Reason being they are a very well polished squad. They are champions for a reason. They won Premier League for like 4 times in a row, and there is a reason behind it. Pep has a habit of winning. Um, Apart from that, I believe if they can retain KDB till the summer transfer goes off and the Saudi transfer goes off, I believe if they can retain KDB, then this is
Mhm.
going to be a huge addition for them. And then there's the addition of Savinio. Uh,
Yeah.
he has
Correct.
he was like crazy signing for them for just 30 million. It was a basically it was a steal. Uh, he
Hmm.
single-handedly helped Girona qualify for Champions League. So a squad like Girona
Nice.
going on to getting selected for Champions League was huge, and his contribution was like tremendous. So I believe this Brazilian winger can do a lot of things that Mahrez used to do, and
Hmm.
that is one spot where I believe City has found a very good player. And if he can, if he can provide to Haaland, if Haaland stays fit and KDB stays fit, it has to be like five in a row. I do agree with Delvin's certain points regarding Arsenal's challenge for the championship. But what I feel is it has to be like 1920 kind of a thing where
Yeah.
they
Correct.
edge through, City edge through. Yeah.
Correct. Correct. Fair point. Fair point for City and Arsenal also. Just before I give the name from my side, I would like to continue with Delvin's point. Arsenal can do wonder this season, provided they sign a very good forward, which I don't see them signing. And I don't doubt Havertz's ability or Jesus being Jesus. He hardly stays fit, right? And even if he stays fit, he's not that kind of striker who will give you goal every other game, like 15 goal a season, 20 goal a season. They badly need someone who can provide them this if they want to go ahead of City. because when the odds go against them, they don't have anyone to take that position and score for them. Like Saka is there, but Saka is more kind of a provider. Havertz is there. Havertz is again hit and miss. Jesus is again not fit enough to play every other game. So they have a good squad. They have a very good squad to challenge City. But as Yash Bhai said, fifth five in a row is coming from from the looks of it. And if now that they have got Oscar Bob sidelined and
Yeah.
selling Alvarez to Atletico Madrid, they have got two positions to fill in. And we all know Pep. He's the kind of guy who is more hungrier now, just to prove that he is so great to win five in a row. This guy
Mhm.
can do anything to prove he's the best in the world, and that is the reason why I'm trusting Pep to go over Arteta. And City is winning five in a row for me as well. Yeah, yeah. Uh, I mean, who is going to stop them when they are in such a form?
Imagine our collective surprise when either one of Liverpool or Man United end up winning the Premier League out of nowhere.
So much optimism in in
No,
saying this.
I would say optimism. That's why I very smartly put in Liverpool and United, so that my
I
so
know,
that my
I know, I
claim
know.
is not so that my claim is not exactly classed as pure delusion. So,
Who knows? Who
Right.
knows? Anyone other than these four?
Mm,
yeah, you could say that. No, I don't see. I like Yash Bhai said, Chelsea. No, they have like what 500 players, and they have to select 11 out of them. And like, and especially, I another reason why I personally believe that they'll not do well is the way that they've treated their academy graduates, players that have come out from their academy that they themselves have brought up.
Mm,
The fact that they have
mhm.
absolutely isolated the likes of Gallagher and Trevor Chalobah. I
right.
don't think. I think
Yeah,
I strongly believe in what you do, you get here, and I think Chelsea are going to get a very bad omen because of the things that they've pulled off with these two guys. So you don't treat your academy graduates that way. I think that is something that United and Liverpool can proudly look upon and say that we have not treated our academy players the way that
Right.
Chelsea have treated, and we hope that we don't treat our players that way
correct,
in the future also.
Right.
correct,
So yeah, I
correct.
don't see Chelsea, and then again, like I said, Spurs being Spurs, for them finishing above Arsenal is more of an achievement than winning a trophy. So that just goes to show the mentality of the side as a whole. So yeah, like it's going to be City or Arsenal again, but I think Yash Bhai might agree with me that we would want more than a two-horse race, because
Right.
whenever we've seen that whenever it's a two-horse race, you nine excuse me, 9 times out of 10 you'd see City winning the league if it's a two-horse race.
Exactly.
But if it's not a two-horse
Yeah,
race, then it becomes much more difficult to predict a particular winner. Liverpool did that last
out.
season up to a certain extent, but then injuries and then poor form caught up to them at the worst possible time.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
unfortunately, that did not happen last season. But then always there is a new season always brings new hope. So yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yash bhai?
I had one question for both of you, as you are both
Sure.
United fans. Uh, a lot has gone through the transfer window. You guys are not optimistic of United winning the Premier League this year?
See,
Mm,
I this when you just before you arriving on the stream, I and Adibhai were having this conversation, and
yeah, yeah.
Adibhai told me that he still believes that we are a couple of transfer windows away from a
Okay.
genuine title shout.
Yeah.
I believe we still are 2 players away. While
Hmm.
Adibhai says a couple of transfer, I believe we're still 2 players away from being genuine title challenges. But that being said, I think we could have a good season without winning the Premier League. I think we have the Europa League to play for this year. And
Yeah.
while you genuinely do not want to be a part of Thursday night football in general, but you play what is there in front of you at the end of the
Right.
day. And
Yeah.
I think we are in good stead to win the Europa League this year. And if we do, and if we finish in the top four at the same time and maybe go in a deep run, I think defending the FA Cup would be another feather in our cap. So I think if we do end up winning a major trophy this year, along with maybe becoming a bona fide challenger, provide maybe if we have a good title challenge in us, like a close second or a close third, where we have constantly applied pressure. I think I am once again saying this is not something that we should be proud of. Of obviously, like Team United should aspire to win the title, but then I believe a close second or a close third, along with a Europa win or an FA win, or maybe perhaps both, that would be a very good season for us in our books.
No, very well
Agree.
articulated, Delwyn. I totally agree on this.
Agree. Agree. Uh, for me, like Delvin said, we were discussing before you joined, Yash bhai. We have taken some right decisions, right from the changes in management and everything, and finally we are seeing a
Mhm.
direction where our club is headed. Right. Uh, Taking that thing in mind, and also the transfer window, we have got four good players. I will not say them as a bad signing. We might get a fifth or sixth as well, but we are still one injury away from having the same players featuring for us. I don't want to say that take me to a club which is getting 10 or 15 transfer in a window, and that is the reason why I am not optimistic at that point of level where I am seeing United challenging for the title. Not this year at least, but next season or a couple of windows, like you have January window, you have the next transfer window. So next season I would definitely be
Mhm.
seeing us going for that prestigious title, which is not there since 2013. We still have not addressed a left back position. We still are relying on Mazrui to play a left back, who is a definitely good player, but it is not his natural position. You don't have Luke Shaw for half of the season, or maybe
Mhm.
more than half of the season. You did not get any replacement. Malaysia is someone who was supposed to take over from Shaw, but even he is away from quite some time, and you need a midfielder definitely and desperately. You still have, I don't want to call it out, but Casemiro is like is done with his legs,
Right.
with his age. He's definitely done. We should be having a profit by selling him to Saudi. And again, you cannot trust an 18-year-old Kobe Mainu to lead your team for a Premier League title. He needs someone besides him in the midfield to get you that prestigious title, right? Only Bruno is there from creating point of view. There are hardly any creators. You have seen Garnacho, of course, he's a good player, but again, he's still young, still raw. So, I mean, I don't see them challenging for the title this season, but definitely a very good squad getting built, and we might do that next season in our view. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I guess this is it. Good discussion, guys. Yash bhai, thank you very much again. And Delvin, thanks for joining on such a short notice. Yeah, before we move out, please, I will tell this to my viewers that please like this video if you have found this good. And we are together now, JPL and Sports Potatoes. We will try to keep on bringing some new videos to you every month, every week, however it goes.
Definitely.
And yeah, and we are looking forward to create such contents very often than not. So yep, give us a shout, tell us in our comments what you like, what you did not like, and what should we discuss going forward. So thank you very much. Thank you again, Yash bhai, Delvin bhai. Thank you for joining
Thank you.
today's call.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you, Adibai. Thank you.